Hey, now it is I, Rocket Man, and this is the world according to Rocket. You know where you are, right? You know where you are. You know where you are. Get it? I did a little pirate thing. Arr.
Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out. His own basement. The world according to Rocket.
Just had to jump on here today because it's going to be the last video for a minute until next week, because I am in the process of moving back to Nashville. Now, the truth can be told now. The story can be told. It was always truth. I just didn't expound on what happened. So at Christmas, my landlord jacked up my rent an astronomical amount. And I went, you know what? No. So I moved out of my place where I lived and my studio was. And in moving, I injured my leg. So to the degree where I came out to Oklahoma for Christmas, as I do every year, and I convalesced. And I've been here for a couple of months because I really couldn't get around very well because of my knee. It's an old football injury, actually, from many years ago. So I am in the process of heading back to Nashville. Out of the blue, a longtime photography client of mine, she is a television star now. She's got a hold of me and said, "Oh, Rocket, can you do a photo session with me?" And I went, "Oh, okay." So I'm doing that in Memphis. I can't share any more than that. But for now, that it just worked out that I'm headed back to Nashville. I'm going to be going through Memphis and do that photo shoot for her. And I'll tell you all about that next week. But I wanted to squeeze one more video in before I hit the road tomorrow. That's the first thing. Number two, be sure you tune in tonight at the live so we can all get all cuddly and kumbaya-ish and wish me well on my journeys. Because literally it's going to be 3, 4, 5 days before I get this set up again somewhere and start broadcasting every day. Okay, so those are the two things. Here's the Hendon Hooker news that I'm crazy about hearing. Yes, sir, it seems like Hendon Hooker has, back during the Senior Bowl week, got a lot of interest. They made a huge exception. They normally don't take anybody into the Senior Bowl festivities who has an injury and can't play. Totally made an exception for my man Hendon Hooker. Apparently, this is from Clutch Point's Alex Sabri has a nice article about this today. Hendon Hooker has met extensively. That's an interesting word. With the Raiders and the Cowboys, and 3 others are mentioned. Wouldn't that be interesting to see Hendon Hooker in a Cowboy uniform? They're not really happy with Dak Prescott right now. That would be interesting. Carolina Panthers, New York Giants, New Orleans Saints were among the NFL teams to meet with Tennessee football quarterback Hendon Hooker. He's expected to be healthy and ready for training camp after his torn ACL that he suffered in the South Carolina game in November. He accepted the invite to the Senior Bowl in late January. Senior Bowl Executive Director Jim Nagy said the bowl usually wouldn't let a player that was injured participate. But they made a special case, Nagy said, for Hendon. He's a quarterback. The meeting room, the interview time is so important for that position. And Hendon was the talk of the college football season for 2/3 of the season. Let me just correct you, Mr. Nagy. It was 3/4, maybe 7/8 of the season where he was the talk of the football season. Such a special young guy that we wanted to make that exception. And now that I think about it, even after he was injured, he was even more of a talk. So I'm going to say he was the talk of the 2022 college football season. Hendon Hooker earned enough praise from former... Okay, this girl is distracting me. That's so funny. This girl who's selling ADHD drops is distracting me because I'm so freaking ADHD. So we'll get to her in a minute. Okay, stop that. Stop. I can't concentrate with you doing that. What's the matter with you? Okay, I'm just going to put my hand over there so I can't see it. Hendon Hooker earned high praise from former Tennessee and NFL legend Peyton Manning, who spoke on the 25-year-old quarterback NFL potential during the 2023 NFL Bowl. He said, "I think he'll do well at the next level." Peyton Manning said, "He had an incredible year. Whoever gets him on their roster is going to be lucky." So, I don't know, man. We keep getting these reports that people are really interested in Hendon Hooker, and why wouldn't they be? So that's that. Okay, so let's... What's going on with the babe here and the drops? It says after an 84-year ban, ADHD drops are now legal in America. Okay, I have that horribly, and it affects my life horribly. Okay, so... but she's cheering me up all of a sudden. The hell? What is going on here? All right, I have to go research these ADHD drops. Has anybody heard of ADHD drops? I don't even know what they are. I'm afraid to click here to learn more, but I will just for a second. Let's just see what the hell they're talking about. Better than Adderall, but without the side effects and without a prescription. New research proves it does what prescriptions drugs don't. It's powerful, safe, effective way to alleviate ADHD, brain fog, anxiety, low energy, and more. Claim up to 2 free bottles. I wonder if she delivers them. All right. Enough of that. Number 3, Tennessee Vols blanked the Alabama A&M Bulldogs yesterday in their home opener, 10-0. Finally found some bats. That is a good thing. They won their home opener. They are now, I guess they're now 2-2, right? And so they back out there today in the ball yard at 3:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern. They'll be playing a second game with Alabama A&M, and wish them the absolute best. Go BaseVols! All right, kids, say your prayers, share your toys. Don't hurt nobody unless they're trying to steal your lunch money. And I will see you back in Nashville in a few days. And listen, we got to start planning the April 15th spring game extravaganza. Got to start planning that because I want y'all to join me, and that's going to be so much fun, don't you think? See you next time on the next video. Go Big Orange.